You're watching Slate Mix Tips, presented by the Music Technology program at Capital University. Stephen Slate gave us the tweets. We give you the details.
Hi, my name is Jacob Wright, and I'm a student attending Capital University for their Music Tech program. Are you having trouble with a pesky vocal track that you just can't seem to make pop in the ways that you'd like? If so, then hopefully this in-depth look at a Stephen Slate pro tip tweet about dealing with a dull vocal recording will give you a better understanding of how to fix your problem. On May 4th, 2012, Stephen Slate tweeted, "Dull vocal recording? Gently pull out the mud frequencies, compress hard, then add some upper mid EQ for clarity and air, then DS. Hashtag pro tip." Okay, for the sake of convenience and time, I have bounced down the entirety of the backing accompaniment minus the vocal track into a single stereo track, as you can see here. The vocal track is the only unmixed part of the track, and I have it clearly separated and ready to work with. First, you're going to want to pull up a standard one-band EQ. You're going to want to throw a high-pass filter on the vocal track to get rid of the unnecessarily low frequencies. And this is right here. I usually pull the shelf to about 50 or 80 hertz, but a good tip is to listen for a change, and once you hear a difference, ease up just a bit, and you'll be where you want to be. So let's do that. For this, I'm going to mute the backing track. Just have the solo.
Well, I thought she was all that I had been waiting for, but it's been
As you can hear, that's too much, so we're going to bring it back.
Since I noticed she's been gone, too busy writing my sad, sad songs, hoping that the world...
That sounds pretty good to me. Just want to eliminate the tiniest bit of that low end that is just almost unrecognizable to the ear, but it just doesn't help the track at all. So after the one-band EQ, you'll want to put a standard 7-band EQ on your track. So let's do that. I've found the frequencies that I don't really want in there, and that's between the 500 and 1K range. So I brought those down just about 3.4 dB, maybe a little less, but I like to listen and actually find out and compare. So let's do that.
Well, I thought she was all that I had been waiting for, but it's been so damn long since I noticed she's been gone, too busy.
All right, so that eliminates, it just makes it a little
well, I thought
clearer.
She was all that I had been.
Eliminate some of that mud. Now we're going to move on to the compression. For this tutorial, we're going to add a pretty hard compression in order to really make the vocal pop. We don't want it to sound processed, but we're going to push it nonetheless. For this demo we're going to use the 6030 Ultimate Comp compressor. So let's pull that up. I set the ratio to around 4:1, as you can see right here. The threshold always depends on the track that you've recorded and how much headroom you left when you recorded the track. So I'm going to turn the attack and release pretty far down to get that compressor to actually do some work for the track. Basically a fast attack and a medium fast release. The makeup gain, or the output, also depends on how much you've crushed the track with your threshold reduction. I always bypass my compressor and check my gain levels that way. So let's do that.
Well, I thought she was all that I had been waiting for, but it's been so damn long since I noticed.
And you can see that we've leveled it out to where it needs to be.
Too busy writing my sad, sad songs, hoping that the world would...
I think that sounds pretty good. Okay. After that, we're going to add some upper mid-range EQ to achieve the clarity that you'll want out of your vocal track. I'm going to pull up the 7-band again. I'm going to add about 6 dB or so, around the 2 to 5 kilohertz mark. Maybe 6 dB is a little too much. Let's add 4 dB. See what that sounds like.
Well, I thought she was all that I had been waiting for, but it's been so damn long since I noticed she's been gone, too busy writing my sad, sad song.
It brings those S's and T's to where you want them to be. So after that, even though we wanted to add that little addition of S and T's, they're sibilants, we don't want to overdo the high frequencies. With that in mind, I'm going to add a de-esser to the track to clean it up and make it as complete as possible. I'm going to use the Dyne 3 de-esser, so let's pull that up. You're going to want to set your de-esser so it only reacts to the frequencies around the 6K or so range. So I set that to 6.3 right here. Next, you're going to set your range to about 6 or 7 dB, and I set that to 6.5. This tells the plugin how much gain reduction is allowed. I suggest that you use the high frequency only function, or else your overall track will be reduced as opposed to the specified frequencies, and that is found right here. If you use this properly, you should be able to keep those high frequencies at bay without risking any loss in the pronunciation of your lyrics. So let's listen.
Well, I thought she was all that I had been waiting for, but it's been so damn long since I noticed she's been gone. Too busy writing my sad, sad song.
Okay. So let's listen to it with the backing track.
Well, I thought she was all that I had been waiting for, but it's been so damn long since I noticed she's been gone. Too busy writing my sad, sad song.
Alright, I hope this tutorial helped you understand how to deal with a dull vocal track. I'm Jacob Wright, a music technology student from Capital University. For more information about our program, go to www.capital.edu/musictech. Thank you.